Welcome to the deep dive. We're jumping straight in today.
Yep, looking at online income strategies.
Specifically, insights from digital marketing expert Iman Gadzhi's recent live videos.
That's right. We've gone through 5 of his videos, really trying to distill the core ideas.
To give you the most valuable stuff fast. So if you're looking to, really get your head around making money online quickly.
And thoroughly.
Yeah. This is the place.
Definitely.
So our mission today, let's be clear. We want to unpack Gadzhi's method, the one he suggests could potentially make around $373 a day.
Right. And that's even if you're starting from scratch. No experience, no big online name, no specific expertise needed, according to him.
And this is just part 1, right? We're focusing on a summary of these first 5 videos.
Exactly. More analysis to come later.
One thing that really jumped out is this idea, the potential to launch a digital business in the next 5 days.
Yeah, by tapping into what he calls the world's fastest growing economy, which he identifies as AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay, but let's ground ourselves a bit here. Expectations need to be realistic.
Absolutely. This isn't, fire your boss tomorrow kind of stuff.
Right, or become a millionaire next week.
Or even see $10,000 land in your account the day after tomorrow. That's not the promise here.
No. The goals, the immediate ones, are more practical. Things like figuring out where you fit in online business.
Identifying problems you can actually solve for people.
Learning how to start small, with basically no financial risk.
And maybe the most important bit at the start, making that very first sale.
Okay, so the big question Gadzhi tackles head on. Can you really create a life-changing income without taking huge risks?
And his answer, pretty clearly, is yes. He believes it's possible.
All right, let's dig into that. He talks about 2 main ways to sort of move into a higher income bracket.
Yeah, path 1, sell something expensive, high value. But you only need to sell it to a relatively small number of people.
Okay, path 2.
Sell something cheap, lower price point. But you need to sell it to the masses, to a huge number of customers.
And he contrasts this with what he calls the middle class formula.
Right, which is selling cheap stuff, but only to a few people.
And the result of that.
Well, according to him, that's how you get stuck.
Yeah.
Struggling, stagnant, not really growing.
So the way out, the key is selling something with, what was the term? Scaling potential.
Exactly, scaling potential.
Which leads us neatly into digital products. We need to understand what these are.
Definitely. So a digital product is pretty simple conceptually. It's created once, maybe takes some effort up front, but then it's delivered digitally, electronically. Think Kindle books you download instantly.
Or Notion templates, maybe.
For workflows.
Perfect example. Or online courses you access anytime. Even paid newsletters that land in your inbox.
The key is its digital delivery.
Right. And this is crucial. The cost to deliver one more copy is basically zero. Near zero cost of goods sold.
He mentioned a specific example too, right? People selling format maps on Whop. Yeah, like digital guides or blueprints. Someone buys it, downloads it, uses it. The seller doesn't need to make another one.
And that's the scaling potential you were talking about. Zero cost of goods.
Precisely. Sell 10,000, the production cost per unit doesn't really increase. Your profit margin can just keep growing.
Which is totally different from a traditional business. He used that bakery analogy.
Yeah, I like that one. Bakery 1 needs ingredients for every single customer. 100 customers. 100 times the flour, sugar, whatever.
But Bakery 2?
Bakery 2 invents some kind of master tool, a digital file, basically, that can replicate the ingredients instantly, endlessly.
So whether it's 100 or 1,000 customers?
Their cost for the ingredients doesn't really go up. That's the digital product advantage.
It bypasses so many physical product headaches. Logistics.
Delays gone. Shipping.
Returns are much less of an issue, maybe just refunds, storage.
Digital files don't degrade on a shelf.
Yes.
Stock.
No importing costs, no running out of inventory.
Exactly. It solves a lot of those classic business problems.
And Gadzhi's take is that this isn't some future thing. It's already here. It's mature.
Yeah, he suggests that getting involved now, you're actually way ahead of the curve. 99% ahead was his phrase.
He also gave a bit of a history lesson, these waves of online business over the last 15 years or so.
Right, that was interesting. Wave 1, just basic e-commerce, then e-commerce plus Amazon.
Okay.
Wave 2, still Amazon, but also exploring ways to do e-commerce without holding stock yourself. Early dropshipping concepts, perhaps?
Then Wave 3 was really dropshipping taking off, powered by Facebook ads.
Yeah, big time. Then Wave 4, SMMA, social media marketing agencies. offering services, maybe fulfillment.
Which then often shifted towards having an actual product tied to the service.
Exactly. And now, he says, we're in wave 5.
Which is?
Digital products 2.0.
Okay, 2.0. What makes it 2.0?
It's not just digital products alone, it's the combination. Digital marketing techniques plus AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay, so AI is the amplifier here.
That's his point. He noted how previous waves often kind of broke or disrupted each other. E-commerce hit retail. Dropshipping changed e-commerce.
Not AI.
AI, he argues, doesn't break digital products. It enhances them, multiplies their impact, makes them easier to create and deliver.
Which brings us to his 2 methods. Method 1 he called Digital Product 1.0.
Right. This is the sort of traditional path. You either already are an expert in something,
Or you spend time becoming one, learning a new skill from zero.
yeah. And the potential downside, he points out.
By the time you master it, the main opportunity, the wave, might have passed you by.
Exactly. You could miss the boat while you're busy learning.
So that leads to Method 2, Digital Product 2.0.
And this is where the focus shifts. It's not about needing deep personal expertise yourself.
Okay.
It's about using the knowledge you already have, even if it's just general knowledge, or knowing where to find information, exploring possibilities, and turning that into what he calls a non-expert digital product.
Right. This is a key difference.
Yeah.
You're not selling your deep expertise.
No. You're selling, as he put it, a treasure map.
A treasure map.
Yeah, something that points people toward valuable information that already exists. You're curating it, packaging it, saving them time and effort.
So you're basically a curator or a guide, not necessarily the original source expert.
Precisely. He gave that example of the top 10 survival video on Whop.
Ah, yes. Reportedly selling 570 copies a day.
Something like that. And he said, this kind of thing could be priced, $50, maybe up to $300.
Even if it's just like a screen recording compiling info that's technically out there already.
That seems to be the idea. You're providing the convenience, the structure, the curated list.
And the crucial bit, again, is using AI.
Yeah, using AI tools to help create these kinds of treasure map products. Much lower risk to get started.
But, and this is a big but, he also points out that loads of people try these exact strategies.
And fail. Never make a dime.
Right. So just having the strategy isn't enough. The starting point doesn't guarantee success.
No, which led him to that quite powerful question.
The one about urgency.
Yeah. How would you approach things differently if, say, your loved ones were in real trouble? Would you be so casual about figuring things out?
It's a fair point. It highlights the need for maybe a different level of focus or commitment.
And that sets up his 3 essential elements for actually succeeding.
Okay, what are they?
Development, distribution, and delivery.
Development, product creation.
Right. And he emphasizes, again, how AI has really opened doors here, made product development much more accessible.
Okay. Second, distribution.
And interestingly, he states distribution is actually more important than sales.
More important than sales. How so?
Well, he flags that for future content, says he'll explain why later. But the implication is clear. Getting your product seen by the right people is absolutely critical, maybe even the most critical part.
Okay, makes sense you need eyeballs on it. And the third element,
Delivery.
how you actually get the product to the customer.
Yes. And he points out lots of businesses grow fast, but then crash and burn because their delivery system can't keep up. Poor customer experience.
But for digital products.
That's the beauty again. AI automation can handle delivery at almost unlimited scale. No factories needed, no shipping departments in the traditional sense.
It scales much more easily on the delivery side.
Massively.
Okay. And then he wrapped up this part with some stats from Whop.
Yeah, recent data. Past 30 days, supposedly 571,000 transactions on the platform,
Wow.
but only around 10,000 suppliers.
So lots of buyers, relatively few sellers.
That's how he presented it, as a current significant opportunity for new people to come in and offer digital products.
Right. So that kind of sums up part 1 of his videos.
Yeah, that covers the main points from that initial section.
All right, folks. That wraps things up for today's video. I hope you found it insightful. Hey, if you'd like me to dive deeper into any of these points in a second part, let me know in the comments below. I'm always eager to hear what you're interested in. For a handy visual overview of everything we covered, I've included a mind map in the description below for you to download. It's a great way to quickly recap and keep the key takeaways handy. And finally, if you enjoyed this content and want to stay in the loop for more, please consider subscribing to the channel. You'll find the link down below. Also, if you're curious about the world of AI and want to receive curated insights and updates straight to your inbox, I've also included a link to my AI newsletter in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.